Okay. Well, let's, you want to get started?
Yep.
Okay, let's call this meeting to order. I don't have the agenda in front of me, Shannon, so will you help me?
Yes. First, we need to approve 2 sets of minutes.
Well, we need to call roll first.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. Sorry, we need to call roll first.
All right, I'll go ahead and call the roll. Chair Martin,
Here.
Vice Chair Hamilton, Vice Chair Hamilton. Can you hear
can
me,
see him.
Keith?
We can
Vice
see
Chair
him.
Hamilton, can you hear us?
Let me text him. I texted him, so. You want to just skip him?
Sure, and I'll come back up to him. So we have to
Okay.
have him for quorum. So Secretary Witten, Regent Hall, Regent Higdon, Regent Stevens,
Here.
Regent Rabinowitz. I'll go Regent Higdon,
Here.
Vice Chair Hamilton.
We do need audio, correct?
Correct.
He's not responded.
I'll call him.
I wonder if he can see the chat
He may be able to.
on Teams.
It's a good idea. I'll put a message in there.
Yep.
I mean, I've shot him 2 texts on his phone.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. All right,
Yeah,
Vice
I
Chair
can hear you,
Hamilton,
man.
are you here?
She can't hear us.
Okay.
Did he say he could hear us?
I don't
He
think
cannot.
he can hear. I don't think he can hear us.
Could he call in too?
Yes, he could call in.
Yeah, can we put the call-in number in the chat or shoot him an email?
Okay, while he's doing that, I'm going to try to get in the house and get situated.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you hear us now, Regent Hamilton?
We got video this time. I'm gonna shoot him a text with the call-in number.
Okay. It's in the chat too.
Yeah.
I see him on my screen. It's just the microphone.
Yep. Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
We can hear
Yeah.
you.
I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Perfect.
okay.
Thanks,
I'm
Nancy.
are you back, Barry? Are you back, Chair Martin?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna run through roll one more time, just because we kind of jumped around a little bit, and then we can get this meeting started. Chair Martin,
Here.
Vice Chair Hamilton,
Present.
Secretary Witten, Regent Hall, Regent Higdon,
Here.
Regent Stevens,
Here.
Regent Rabinowitz. Chair Martin, we have quorum.
Okay, finally. Thank goodness. Thank you. What is next on the agenda? I have a hard time. I can't see it. It's so small.
First, we need to approve the minutes from the February 13th meeting.
Okay. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
I make a motion to approve.
Got a motion? Do we hear a second? Second.
Any objections to the motion to approve the February 13th minutes? The motion is passed by consensus.
Now we need to
Thank you.
approve. Now we need to approve the minutes from the April 16th meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
So moved.
Do we have a
I'm
second?
in between. I think I'm in between cell
second.
and Wi-Fi.
Who seconded?
Regent Higdon.
Thank you, Regent Higdon. Are there any objections to the motion to approve the April 16th meeting minutes? Noting none, the motion passes by consensus.
Thank you. Okay.
The next agenda item is to discuss the criteria for the annual KCTCS President's Evaluation.
Okay, I emailed that out to everyone last week. Did everybody get that email?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how does that look? Do we have any questions in regards to it?
Yes, sir. I have questions.
It look- Okay. Sam, honest.
Okay,
Stevens.
thank you, sir. First of all, let me say that Dr. Qualls, you're doing a great job, and I am very proud of you and very proud of the Board of Regents for the selection. But in reference to the proposed evaluation, I have some general comments, nothing negative at all, but some general comments, Mr. Chairman. First of all, in the evaluations, it meets, exceeds, in progress, and unknown. I believe that the first item should be exceeds, then meets, and in progress. And Dr. Qualls, I don't have any needs to improve, but I think most of the evaluations that I've seen in the past, from public education to the KCTCS previous presidents, there's always a place in there to needs to improve. So that's one of my recommendations, Mr. Chairman, that in that format. The second one, I would like to hear Dr. Qualls, some of these categories, how it relates to his vision and his anticipation that he's given to the board many times, and how they're related to the strategic plan that the board adopted. The third item that I have is that I do think there needs to be a category in there that is a general category that how Dr. Qualls relates to request from the board or information that the board has requested, and how his personal relationship is with the board, which I personally think is very strong and very good. But I would like to maybe add that in there. And then I guess the last thing, Mr. Chairman, is that the format, the question I would ask that as we prepare this evaluation to send it out to board members to review before, I would assume we're going to send that out to let board members review and make comments before we send the final one out. And then does that estimate come back to you? And I know that in the past, it's always come back to the chairman or a member of the board of directors, and then they, with the assistance of the past president's staff, have correlated that, and then for your final presentation to the board. I know that's a lot. I did study those. And as I said before, Dr. Qualls, I am very proud of you and things and the accomplishments that you have made and of the board. But those are just suggestions, and that's left up to the chairman and the other members of the board if they want to take those in advice. If they do not want to, I understand. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, James Lee. I think your first one is definitely something we need to incorporate as far as the different levels, exceeds, meets, improvement needed. I think we can incorporate that. Doesn't everyone else?
Mr. Chair,
James Lee,
I
you're
would
gonna have to
welcome
help.
these criteria. I'd welcome it.
Okay. The second item, James Lee, what was that?
My notes had down the vision relating back to the
Oh,
strategic
he's
plan.
on mute.
You're on mute, James Lee.
Yeah, his relation back to his vision and strategic plan that
Okay.
they've been presented. Yes, how it correlates with that.
Okay. And then third,
Well, let's see, Dr. Qualls. The relationship with one of the relationships with the board. That how that he has presented and how how the functions are, what his relationship is with the board of, and I know that at several meetings, Dr. Qualls, what I'm talking about, not only in the policy meeting or the audit committee, somebody will bring something up and need some more information before they make the final decision or so. And to my knowledge, you have always done that. And I think that's a strong point of you and your administration, that you answer the hard questions that the board asks and are well prepared for the final vote as we get to the board meetings.
James Lee, I do think that we've got those questions in the open-ended questions. Please provide any feedback on President Quarles' engagement with the board. Please identify some of the President Quarles' accomplishments and strengths and areas of improvement and overall evaluation.
Right.
I think that's in there for us to be able to provide that feedback.
All right.
And then what was the fourth item?
That the information, that the procedure be that once this committee finalizes something, that the entire board has an opportunity to review that before they do the actual evaluation, and that evaluation is returned to you, and with the help of the president's staff. For example, what I'm saying is, if the first item, and I think it's important, Dr. Qualls, as we go through, that everybody in the board, and that's a chore, Chairman, as you well know, getting everybody to turn this in when it's supposed to be turned in. But I'm very confident that you can get that done. But how many in the first area? What is the response? Did 75% say he exceeded expectations? 10% or 15% said he met expectations, and the other one in progress, however what those are.
I think this is, this meeting today is to finalize this. So we'll finalize it with these suggestions incorporated, along with, does anybody else have anything to add to it? And then we will send it back out, I guess, to us, just to look at it again before we send it out to the board for their review.
Correct.
We're going to have to do this pretty expeditiously to make sure that we get it back.
Correct, and that's easier said than done, as you well know, Chairman, of getting it back, and it's extremely important. And with your leadership, I feel comfortable you can get that back. That all board members, this is a very important function that each board member has, to get this back to you, so you can present this to the president prior to the June meeting.
Okay, we can do that. I have been accused of being persistent. Does anyone
question.
else have any suggestions? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, question. So on the unknown items, so my perception of this is you have a concern about not knowing where the president is on a particular issue. So is there a sort of feedback scenario if we have a bullet item that is unknown, but we'd like to get some clarity so that we can have a meet, exceed, or in progress performance metric for that item? What's a good way to sort of do that?
I'll be honest with you, I think we need to get rid of unknown. Either exceeds, meets, or needs improvement. I don't know. If we have something that he's failing in, we're failing to not let him know that he's not doing it. That's the way I feel about it.
And I think that it's important to encourage members, if it's, as Keith says, if it is needs improvement, the specific items that the person doing the evaluations or questions, as Keith says, puts in there. The same way with in progress can mean is, yes, I've seen a little bit of it, but there needs, I don't understand this. And, you know, basically I would encourage all board members in each one of these to make a comment, whether it is exceed, meets, in progress, or needs to improve. I mean, this doesn't need to come in this is just my opinion, and Keith and Barry, we've been down this road before. We need to have several comments and which that can be given to the president, and he can review those, and then that's what he builds his vision on for the next year. Thank you.
Agree. Could we just state if there's any areas of improvement, to please state them in these open-ended questions?
Mhm.
Because some people would make that redundant. They would put it up there wherever the spot's at, and then also they may put it down low.
Mr. Chair, I'm a little reluctant to chime in here, given it's my evaluation, but I will say this. I actually enjoy the evaluation process. If there are things that I need to focus more on, or if you just want to express that through this evaluation process with open questions or a more formal metric, I welcome any feedback that the board may have. So
Appreciate that. I guess I'm just trying to make it to the evaluation where it's a little more expedient to do, because if it's more cumbersome, people are going to put it off and not do it.
Chair Martin, we can absolutely include another open-ended question at the end for any explanation for needs improvement or any category on the above questions.
Okay. Maybe we just do that for each section, like learner success.
Absolutely.
But it does have additional comments. So maybe instead of additional comments, we just put, please specify any areas of improvement in this section or something.
Absolutely.
Would that suffice? Okay. Any other questions? Concerns or input? Okay, Jessica and Shannon, do you guys have what we need to incorporate into that so we can get it back to the members?
Yes.
Okay, and then as soon as the members, as we get it, we need to respond if it looks good or not, so we can keep this process moving.
Mr. Chairman, I know that you're an administrator, you may have to use your strong arm, but as I said, of all of the items that we do, this is extremely important. And so we need to have 100% cooperation from each and every board member to complete this task. Thank you, sir.
Agree wholeheartedly. I mean, this is one of our major roles of this organization. So we should take this very seriously. So we'll treat this like the KCTCS Day of Giving. We'll look for 100% participation.
good.
How's that?
That's good.
Okay, do we need to approve the process for the evaluation?
Yes, we have an action item on the agenda to approve the process for review of the KCTCS's president's contract.
Okay,
We first need to discuss the process for reviewing Dr. Quarles's contract.
okay. That's what I was thinking is, do we have that written down? Process? not the evaluation, but
So,
I think
so the
that we have-
process, as we discussed at the last meeting, was to have the executive committee work with you, Chair Martin, to evaluate Dr. Quarles's contract and then provide any recommendations to policy and planning for their review and approval to later be ratified by the full board.
Okay. So, once we get the evaluation back, then Keith, Brianna, and I will sit down and look at them and get a synopsis of it, and then talk to Dr. Quarles.
Mhm.
Is that okay?
Correct. And then also for the executive, the elected officers. So you, Vice Chair Hamilton, and Secretary Witten to have the ability to discuss any needed changes to Dr. Quarles's contract to later be discussed by policy and planning and then ratified by the full board.
Okay, because we do anticipate renewing his contract and updating it with the current structure that we're going with, right?
Correct.
Okay. Does that sound acceptable for the rest of the policy committee members?
Fine with me, sir.
Robert, Keith?
That sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
Okay, Jessica, do we need to have a formal vote?
So now we need to have a motion to approve the process for review of the KCTCS's president's contract.
So moved.
Second.
All right, Chair Martin,
Yes.
Vice Chair Hamilton,
Yes.
Regent Higdon,
Yes.
Regent Stevens.
Yes.
The motion is passed unanimously.
Okay. Sounds good. That was probably the easiest part of the process. So. Okay, any new business?
Barry, I
Yes.
relate this to Dr. Qualls. I think that other than this is very important, but as we come to the June meeting, Dr. Qualls, are we not going to talk about budgets and employee raises and stuff? So my concern is that there's much information that can be disseminated prior to the meeting. The better off you are and the system is for the board to make a strong decision to follow your recommendations.
Duly noted. Thank you, and in progress.
We will have another one of these meetings
Yeah.
before, so we'll definitely talk about that. But I don't think he's going to wait until then to be working on this. That's for sure.
The next policy and planning meeting is currently scheduled for May 15th at 1:00 p.m.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I don't have any new business, but there's a couple quick announcements, if you don't mind.
Yes.
We extended the invitation for our regents to attend graduations. If you want to go to any of them, but the one probably closer to your proximity, just let us know. Just shoot Shannon an email or give her a call. We'll set that up for you. It's also Derby week, so we'll be highlighting some of our students that are involved in some way with the equine and horse industry as well. And looking forward to working with you all at the next policy and planning meeting. Just let us know about graduations if you want to attend.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
got-
I would love to attend, but I'll be attending my own graduation, so.
I was going to say I got to attend and watch Regent Higdon go pro.
Yeah,
Last
good.
week.
Awesome.
Yeah, and one of our
Congrats.
Beacons of Hope employees went pro along with Robert. So it was a good event.
That definitely.
Congratulations, Robert.
Congrats, Robert. Proud of you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
Well done.
Okay, no other new business? Okay, if none, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
All right.
Any objections to the motion to adjourn? The motion passes by consensus.
Okay. Thank you all. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Thank
Be
you.
safe out there.
You guys have a good day.
Thank you.
Shannon, hopefully I don't have to flex my